Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Natalia Lima, founder and owner of Curious Cat Bakery. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is the place where I share my vegan baking tips, hacks, and recipes. Today I'm actually using my professional vegan baker skills for a personal reason. I'm making a birthday cake for one of my closest friends. A few of my friends are coming over later for a pool party, and when you're the baker, you have to make the cake, right? Today I'm making a Biscoff chocolate cake. So you might have watched this video where I did another Biscoff cake for my own birthday a few months ago, and that was a vanilla Biscoff cake and it was delicious. But today I'm putting a little spin on it. It's going to be a chocolate Biscoff cake. So this is going to be a chocolate cake with a Biscoff and chocolate buttercream. In the middle we're going to add some chocolate chips, the Biscoff drizzle, and then we're going to finally top it off with a cookie butter drip. My mouth is watering just thinking about it, so let's get to the recipe. So here's what you're gonna need for the cake. 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of canola oil, 2 cups of cold water, 1/4 of a cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. We'll get to the filling and the topping later. For now, let's get started with the cake. We'll start by mixing our dry ingredients in a large bowl. Then in another bowl, we're gonna add the wet ingredients. Now you're gonna pour that wet mixture over the dry and fold it until it's combined. Now you're gonna grease 2 8 or 9 inch pans, I used 8 inches, and bake at 350 for about 30 to 40 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Now that we have our cakes, we can let them cool while we do the buttercream. And this is going to be a mix of chocolate and Biscoff buttercream. So here's what you're gonna need. 2 cups of vegan butter, I use Earth Balance. 9 to 10 cups of confectioner sugar, and you want to make sure that it's sifted, otherwise you're going to get clumps in there and it's just not going to be great. 1/2 cup of Biscoff cookie butter and 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Now start by creaming that butter until it's smooth on a stand mixer. Then you're going to gradually add that sifted confectioner sugar. Once you have about half of it in, add your cocoa powder, and you might want to cover it because cocoa powder is going to fly everywhere if you don't. Now you should have a spreadable consistency. That means you're able to spread it easily on a cake. If it's too dry or hard, add a little bit of plant-based milk at a time, and I'm talking 1 teaspoon at a time, like very little. And just a quick side note about buttercream, because I know you guys have a lot of questions about this topic. You might want to watch these 2 videos over here. I'll put the link in the description below, where I answer a lot of questions about buttercream, what could be going wrong, how to fix it, the best way to make buttercream. Give this video a like if buttercream problems is something that you've had an issue with in the past. And as always, if you're into vegan baking and learning about this stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can always change your mind later. Now, let's go back to this buttercream in question, because let's get this cake done already. Now that we have the chocolate buttercream ready, we're going to add that Biscoff cookie butter, and I personally like to do this manually. You could do it on a mixer, but I feel like you can get a better sense of the consistency by doing it by hand, so just mix it with a spatula. Okay, now it's time to start assembling this cake. We're almost done with it. Thick layer of buttercream on top of the first cake. And now we're gonna add some extra crunch and texture, which just makes it great and gives you a great feeling when you bite into it. So we're gonna add more chocolate because, well, why not? You can never go wrong with more chocolate. So we're gonna add some chocolate chips in here. And now we're gonna do a little bit of drizzle of cookie butter melted, and the other cake goes on top, cover the whole thing in buttercream. And now for the finale, we have to add that cookie butter drip. This is personally my favorite part, not only because it makes the cake look beautiful, but it also just adds more cookie butter to the taste, and I can't get enough of it. So it goes on, some more chocolate chips on top, a couple of cookies to give it some height, and you are done. Okay, now let's put this cake in the fridge. I am so ready to eat it, but I guess I should wait for everybody else and probably the birthday girl before I do that, right? Now, if you like this recipe and you want to learn more about vegan baking, you're just getting started, I have actually put together a guide of my top 10 tips for successful vegan baking. I did this because these are the tips that I wish somebody had given me when I was just getting started. You can get it completely for free. I'll put the link in the description below. You just go in there, put in your email address, it gets delivered straight to your inbox. Okay, now I gotta go get ready for my friends to come over. So I will see you guys here next Tuesday at 11 a.m. with a new video. Now, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. And until then, you might want to watch this video where I made that original Biscoff cake without chocolate, or this one where I made another cake. This one was a lemon bourbon cake, and it was inspired by Taylor Swift's Evermore album. It was so good. So I will see you guys here next week. Until then, stay curious.